Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something incredibly practical. We are extracting a highly specific, immediately actionable tool right out of Thomas Athalia's 12 Steps to a Good Life. We're talking about the exact physiological override for anxiety. Now listen, this isn't about just trying to think positive or stubbornly pushing your feelings down. No, this is about pure biological mechanics. We're going to explore exactly how the 478 breathing method can essentially hack your nervous system and help you find real, immediate physical calm.
But before we get into the nuts and bolts of how it works, let's just break the fourth wall for a second. Are you feeling stressed right now? Like seriously, take a quick inventory of your body. Are your shoulders creeping up toward your ears? Is your jaw kind of tight? Are you taking really shallow breaths? Acknowledging this isn't a sign of weakness at all. It's a completely universal human problem. We are all overwhelmed. Life is loud, it's fast, and it's incredibly demanding, and our bodies are constantly reacting to all that pressure. So if you're sitting there feeling that underlying hum of stress right now, I need you to know that you are absolutely not alone.
That underlying hum you might be feeling, it actually perfectly illustrates what the source text calls the perennial struggle. And I love this concept because it shows that this isn't some personal flaw or a broken part of your psychology. The perennial struggle is this deep, lifelong tension and inner conflict that exists within literally every single person. It usually shows up as recurring anxiety, that quiet, persistent ache, or just a really restless feeling that something isn't quite right. The book points out that we constantly chase distractions or accomplishments or these temporary highs just to quiet down that aching chaos. But here's the thing. The goal isn't to magically cure the perennial struggle. You can't. It's just part of being human. The real goal is to learn how to navigate it so you're actually working with it instead of feeling like you're drowning in it. And man, when that perennial struggle flares up or when we hit a trigger, it definitely doesn't just stay in our heads. It completely hijacks our bodies. Your heart starts racing, your chest feels super tight, maybe your fists clench up without you even realizing you're doing it, your breath becomes incredibly shallow, and boom, you get this massive surge of adrenaline. What's happening here is your primal biology is taking over. Your body is preparing for fear. It's triggering that classic fight, flight, or freeze reaction. It is literally gearing up to run from a predator or fight for survival, even if your predator today is just a really overwhelming email or sitting in a traffic jam. Now, what's really fascinating here is the contrast between the two main operating systems in your body. On the one hand, we have the sympathetic nervous system. Think of this as your gas pedal. It activates during stress, it spikes your heart rate, and it preps you for action, that whole fight, flight, or freeze mode we just talked about. On the other hand, we have the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your brakes. This is the system that calms the body down, restores balance, helps you digest food, and allows you to actually heal. These two systems are totally meant to work together as a team, but here's the big problem. Lingering on fear or anger keeps your body completely stuck in that sympathetic mode with the gas pedal floored. We desperately need to figure out how to engage the parasympathetic system to restore our baseline. And here is the absolutely crucial point to understand. Your body cannot always interpret actual danger. Your biology reacts the exact same way to a looming work deadline as it does to a physical, life-threatening situation. It misfires false alarms constantly. But, and honestly, this is the absolute game changer, your mind can override and shut down that stress response. You are not at the mercy of your biology here. You possess the conscious ability to step in, flip the switch, and tell your body, hey, we are safe. So how do we actually flip that switch? Well, the 478 breathing method is a literal remote control to settle your nervous system down. By consciously altering your breathing pattern, you directly signal your brain to shift off the sympathetic gas pedal and slam on the parasympathetic brakes. It is the ultimate immediate physiological solution to transition your body from total chaos back to a baseline of peace. It's not magic, guys. It is literally a biological command code.
Okay, I want us to actually do this together right now. Seriously, wherever you are, just sit up a bit, keep your back straight, and let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. We are going to inhale quietly through the nose for 4 counts. We're going to hold that breath for 7 counts, and then exhale completely through the mouth with a sort of whoosh sound for 8 counts. Okay, ready? First, just exhale completely. Now inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale slowly through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do just one more cycle together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just sit and experience that for a second. Even after just those 2 cycles, you can literally feel the shift, right? The actual protocol recommends repeating this for 4 full cycles to get the absolute maximum immediate benefit.
So let's look at the concrete biological evidence of what just happened inside you. Because the relief you just felt, that isn't just subjective. It's a completely measurable physiological change. By forcing that longer exhale, the 8 counts out compared to just the 4 counts in, you are directly activating your vagus nerve. According to the source material, doing this releases acetylcholine, which physically, literally slows your heart rate down. It completely settles the entire nervous system, significantly reducing anxiety and fully engaging that parasympathetic rest and digest system. You literally just used conscious breathing to completely alter the state of your nervous system. How cool is that? But the author of our source material actually takes this a step further. He elevates this technique from being just a simple biological hack to something much, much more profound. As Thomas Aletheia states, breath is the bridge between being and non-being. The book reminds us that breath is kind of the edge of our own will and the inevitability of the world. It's something you share with literally every living thing. So awareness of your breath isn't just about lowering your heart rate, it's a deeply meaningful spiritual anchor. It is the very foundation of practice and a conscious connection to a much greater sense of peace and presence in the universe. So you now have the remote control to your nervous system. You know exactly how the buttons work. The big question is, when are you going to use it? Please don't just leave this knowledge behind when you close this explainer today. Take this incredibly practical 19-second tool right into your daily grind. Use it before a really stressful meeting, or when you're stuck in traffic, or when you're lying awake at night staring at the ceiling. Whenever that perennial struggle flares up and you really need to conquer your anxiety, just remember, you have the power to override the system. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Practice your 4-7-8 breathing today and go take control of your calm.